Here we are, bro.
What are you saying? Cause
listen, this is a different kind of show for you.
Mm.
I just want to welcome everyone to Little Black Books channel. If I can do that. Yeah, you know, we've been planning this for a little while. I felt it was something that was only fair to do for this guy, Kojo. You've been great to watch. I've been entertained from a few years now. And bro, you're in the hot seat today.
Mm.
So allow me to just welcome your fans over because we're going to get to know Kojo in a special way. I guess it's in a special way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to, I think you're going to break yourself down. People know. So everybody, welcome to Little Black Books channel. Yeah, I'm Curtis from This Is Marriage UK. And we have those conversations that are deep around relationships, yes. But today is about the man in green. The guy with the minerals. The guy with the minerals. The guy's been hustling for a while, consistently for a while now. Got some questions for you, bro. And let me just say, I mean, I can't see the show. I don't know who's on because it's all on yours. But let me just say, it's interesting hosting it through your channel. But I just want to say, guys, if you have any questions, we'll look at them.
I can pull them up, don't worry.
You know. Yeah. Oh, you got some. I can see it now. Some folk have turned up. How you doing, everyone? Kim, what you saying, Kim? Kojo is a whole movement. They love what you do, and this is it. This is it, Bo. This is it. This is it. But he deserves that. You have to excuse me, sweating, man. It's hot here.
It's hot in it.
It's hot, man. This is the last of the summer for the UK. Man, so you see me shining like a Malteser, you know. But yeah, so here we go, man. I mean, I tell you what, Kojo is the GOAT. What is this term GOAT? I'm new to this.
Greatest of all time. Greatest of all time.
He is, for real. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. And I think I'm privileged in a way because I guess I get to speak to him on off camera.
Deeper levels.
Conversations over the last, maybe a year, I guess.
Deeper levels.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's been a pleasure. It's been an honor.
I appreciate it, Cap.
To just watch you. Let's just wait for them to build up because the comments are coming through. Definitely actually broke the internet last night, bro. What did you do last night?
We was on live, innit? We did put a ring on it with Darian.
I can't watch put a ring in it. I can't watch these shows.
I know you can't, bro. Because Married at First Sight was enough for you. So this one, if this one is to go by, bro, you'd be finished at the neck, bro.
Bro, I can't. You know, I find it hard to watch people just
deteriorate
and say nothing.
That's what you just saw last night.
Oh no! Just give us an overview of what we missed last night.
I mean, he just confessed they had a fake storyline and he planned it all. He was a mastermind behind it all. And then he was talking about, bro, I think, bro, when we do our double team, these are the kind of stuff I mean to break down, bro. He was talking about how he went after certain girls, bro, I'm talking about proper dark hearts, bro. Proper dark arts. And we know that how we always talk about the past and it affecting your present. Man, he explained some deep things, bro, but he couldn't see that how it affected him now, bro. There's some deep things in there, cuz stuff that you love to break up, man. So yeah, it's a lot, bro.
Man, I tell you something, man. I want to come back because when I see these things and I'm seeing it in real life and I'm seeing it in some of these other shows we're watching, I'm watching this UK Married at First Sight, and I'm like, man. So one day we'll come back, man, if that's all right with you. You know what I'm saying?
You know it, bro. I'm ready for you, bro.
But the people are appreciating and wanting to know what's going on. So look, you know what? It's like this, Kojo. I'm gonna hit you some questions. Perfect. First of all, how old are you?
I'm 30. 30.
Do we need to know your birthday in case you want to get some cards?
Yeah. I'm June 24th, so I know a lot of people that want to know what their star sign is, innit? You get me? But I'm June 24th. Yeah.
We'll forget all that star sign business.
Yeah, cancel them.
What's your heritage?
Heritage. So I guess you call it British Black. They might put, if you put down on the list, British Black. Parents are actually born and bred in Ghana, but I'm born and bred in UK, London. So if you know Southwest, that's Battersea.
Come on.
Where I grew up in. Yeah, see, but actually, the hospital I grew up in, well, born in, it was Tooting. Was it Tooting? Tooting? Was the one in Tooting?
Oh, St. George's.
St. George's, yeah, St. George's. Yeah, man, it's mad. I met somebody who was born the exact same day in the same hospital once, and I was like, damn, crazy.
Yep. All right, South London, it is, and it forever will be. Don't matter where you live, South London is where it is always.
Home of the brave.
Seriously. Let's go straight in for the jugular. What's your biggest strengths and weaknesses? Top 3 each. Now, you know what? You need this. You need this.
Yo,
you are doing this every day, so it's your turn, right?
Oh man wants to throw me in there, cuz.
Are we going deeper? We're going deeper.
Okay, top 3 weaknesses. Whew. Okay. Top 3 weaknesses. I don't do too well with new things.
Explain.
I'm not very good when things when I don't know about the subject or don't know what I'm doing. I find it very difficult to flow. Yeah, I get locked up. So like if it's a subject I have no clue about, and you know, like, for instance, this is why I haven't passed my driving test because it's learning something new with the fear of failure. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's probably number 2. I fear failure. I hate it. I hate failing. I can't stand failure. Do you understand? So I try to avoid it.
So you could say a strength is that when you know what you know, you do it well.
Yes, and when I don't know what I'm doing, I want to run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Red flag, ladies. Red flag, he's a runner.
Y'all gonna have to work with me. I'm a runner. I'm a track star.
No, track star. There's no grace for you, man. Trust me.
That man just throw me in the bin. You understand? So yeah, that is one of the that's one of the weaknesses. That's one of the weaknesses, if you want to call it, fear of failure, fear of things new, and I guess that's part of the 3. Just fear of not knowing. Yeah,
that's fear itself, don't it?
Yeah. So if like people ask me to lead something and I don't know it, I don't want to lead it. It's like, don't ask me. Don't ask me. I don't know. If I don't feel like I know enough, don't ask me, because I'm not going to lead on it. You know what I mean? Because I don't feel like I can do it to the best of my ability. So yeah, fear of change, fear of failure, and then I guess fear of not knowing. If I don't know, then yeah.
No. Yeah, I never would have guessed. I got less respect for you now. I thought you was up there, but you're coming down. You're gonna have to work it back up now, right?
Ita was one of them ones, yeah.
You gotta bring it up, bro. All right. Let me straighten this up. Yeah. Go on. Yeah.
The strength, she said, the strength, right?
Yeah. Okay. I
think my biggest strength is empathy. Is being able to feel what others feel, man, and being able to work with that. You know, and trying to help people, walking alongside people in those moments of when they need empathy, you know. Number 2, wisdom. Yeah, wisdom would be my second strength. I don't know how you class that.
You can class that if you want.
More alongside godly wisdom. Yes, things just, you know, when it comes to the spiritual matters, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like God just speaks in that area for me. Do you know what I mean? I don't have to stress too tough to get it. It just, when he says it, it just sticks. Do you know what I mean? You know, so yeah, that's a big one for me, wisdom. And number 3, for strength, Just big love, man. Big lover, man. Big lover. I don't know. Maybe I should call it loyalty.
What do you mean?
Maybe I should say loyalty. Loyalty is better.
Okay.
Loyalty is probably better. Yeah, I'm a big lover, but loyalty is probably a stronger strength. Like if I'm loyal to you, I'm loyal to you. We're gonna die together. We're gonna die together. Or I'll die for you. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So when I'm loyal to the person, when I love them, I'm loyal to them. So I don't love everybody. Unfortunately, I know Jesus said we should, but he gonna have to work that one out. But yeah, loyalty is one of my biggest ones, man. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. If I'm down for you, I'm down for you.
All right.
Bonnie and Clyde.
Godly wisdom means you are submitted. That's what they're trying to say.
That's why people there coming through again.
Okay, they got you. They got you if I don't.
No, you got me right away.
All right. Well, let's move on to spiritual things.
Ooh, okay.
How relevant is God in your life?
Oh man, how relevant is God in my life? God is uber relevant, man. He is my DNA. It's my DNA. Like I couldn't do life without God. And let me be specific. I couldn't do life without the Holy Spirit, because I don't even think I'm any other gods. The God that I serve is Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? So I couldn't do life the way I do it without the Holy Spirit. So without him, you know, in my life, you know, I couldn't see life the way I do now. So what you guys are seeing is a manifestation of the work that the Holy Spirit's been doing in me coming out. So when you see me progressing, when you see what I talk about, when you see about why I challenge certain topics, it's not because this person is great, but the person who's inside of me is great. And that's what's working out. So that's why the Bible says, work out your salvation. It's because it's to show what's inward, let it be shown outward. And if you work out, you already know I work out at the gym. Does the muscles not show? The muscles are within the body though. But it begins to show when you begin to work it out. And that's why I'm saying that spiritually for me, it's food, it's life, it's air, it's everything to me. Like, and I don't mean that in a way of religiosity. I mean it in a sense of, brother, it's DNA. That means everything I do, touch, say, permeates with Jesus inside of it. Because it's life, man. So it's important for me, man. Hella important.
We've opened up a can of worms on this one. I mean, this is
open up, bro. Let the worms flow, man.
When did you discover him? We're both Christians. Just so you all know, we're both Christians. But
we're both Christians, yeah.
We can accept that people can go to church or do religious things.
Yeah.
But the discovery of God is a separate thing. Jehovah. Yeah. So when did you discover him? When would you say that? What time?
Yeah, I can tell you the exact time, and I can tell you the exact time. 22, man. 22 outside of McDonald's. I remember it vividly, man. Like I grew up in a Christian household. Both my parents are born again Christians. You know, and man, I'll tell you, man, I remember I used to say this one thing. I used to say, when I used to see them, I used to see them praying and speaking in tongues and all that kind of stuff, I look at them and be like, bro, these guys are crazy, right? And I always said one thing to myself. I will never, this one thing I said to myself, and it was when I was young, I will never have a child and not be born again. I won't do it. It's mad. I don't know. Again, when I say this to people, I say I've said things in my life that I don't believe I've said.
Okay.
I don't believe I've said it. I don't believe that it's me on my own saying it. I believe that even those times when I didn't accept Christ, God was waiting for the time. He's like, bro, I'm gonna be pushing you in that direction. You just don't know. So I remember when I said that, I was probably about 13 or so when I said that, and I was standing in a corridor in my house, which was in Battersea, and we were living in a flat. And I remember both my parents were standing side to side like that, and I looked at them and I said, Lord, I will never, I don't really know you, but I will never have children if I don't give my life to you. Don't let me do it.
Hey,
just because I knew that I was coming there, but I was never there. You understand? Like I was coming there, but I was never there. And then when I got to 22, I lived my life. I'd gone to uni. I'd had the sex. I had done all that, drinking, I had the girlfriend. I say drinking. I don't even drink, but you know, we just throw all that stuff in. But it's like I did all that kind of stuff, right? Raving and all that kind of stuff. I did it all. And I got to like 22, and then it was like, what am I doing in my life? I finished university. People are asking me, Coach, what are you going to be? What are you going to do? And I said, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. And I just felt all this weight and pressure. I had one massive argument with my auntie. This was before I gave my life to Christ, right? She was asking for money, not in a bad way. It was because she was asking so we can send some money to our cousin. And I must have said some wild things that were just on my mind. I didn't really know the situation. I said some wild things. Don't worry about them. They got this, that. Because I didn't have money, right? So I was like feeling pressure. And she said it to me, and I just blew up. And I've never had an argument with her since, and to this day, and to that day, I had never had an argument. So one and only argument we've ever had. And we had an argument, and she looked at me so surprised because I've never blown up like that. Do you know what I mean? And then yeah, I just felt pressure from all sides. People asking me, "What are you going to do with your life?" They expect me to do this, expect me to do that. I've gone to school, I've been educated, I've gone to university. Like, what are you going to do with your life? And bro, just the world was just starting to cave in. So I was working in McDonald's, flipping these burgers and stuff. I got outside McDonald's, probably like I had been at McDonald's 4 years at that time because I started when I was 17, so 4 or 5 years. I was standing outside McDonald's, walking, and I said to him, "Bro," I said, "God, I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's peak right now. I don't have a proper job. This job here we're doing is nonsense. If you can give me a better job, I am down to ride. Whatever you want from me, I'm down to ride, right?" But then I said to him, "But let me add this caveat. Don't call me to sit on the bench. I don't do bench play. I don't do warm in the pews. I don't do the church stuff every Sunday." What I mean by that is, don't call me to be an everyday Christian. I haven't got time for it. There's no point. You must not call me at all then. But if you're going to call me into power. And and when I say that, it's not call me into so I can take over things. No, call me into power as in let me see that you are working inside of me. Don't let it be. I was just seeing Christians just walking every day saying they're a Christian. I'm like, but there's nothing revolutionary about your walk, bro. Like, show me something. I'm not saying walk on water, but show me something. That this thing that you're talking about is real, cuz.
Does it have to be big?
No, but it has to be evident. It doesn't have to be big. It has to be evident. Do you get what I'm saying? Like there should be something that just emanates from you. And I had seen that from very few people. Do you get what I'm saying? And so I said, "Look, Lord, if you're coming, call me, but call me to power. Call me to you wanted me to do something for you. Do it big. Don't call me to be warming the pews. What's the point? What's the point? I'm not here to be a bench player. You understand?" And I always say this again. I don't think that was me saying it. I don't think it's me saying it. I think again, God was again directing me. You know what I'm saying? Saying, fine, I'm glad you said it, because now you've asked for, we're gonna beat you up properly so you can really properly do this work. So yeah, that was what it was. It was just literally that outside McDonald's, sitting outside the bench and saying those words, man. And yeah. And trust me, I had done this about 4 or 5 times, by the way, guys. I had given my life to Christ 4 or 5 times before that point, but it never worked. What I mean by that is I was never serious.
What's the difference?
Bro, I can only tell you that it's only God's the difference. There is no difference apart from God is the difference in that situation, bro. Because the 4 or 5 times I said it, I actually did mean it at the time. I remember one time I said it after the New Year's Eve. I said, "Lord, that's my last rave. It's my last time I'm going to be sinning. You know what? I'm ready to come to your side." But something felt different that time at 22. I just knew I'm done. This life don't mean nothing to me no more. There's nothing out there for me anymore. And when I said it, I just went, doom. All right, cool. And then I felt the change here in the heart. So the other times I felt the change here. But in this one, I felt the change here. And I always tell people I had this one situation. I woke up in bed maybe like 2-3 weeks later. And when I woke up, I felt someone take a knife and cut across my heart. And as soon as I felt that, I said, I'm not going back. Because the other times it had been a 2-week free change and I go back. On that occasion, when I woke up from my bed, I felt someone just take a knife, cut across my heart. And then I said, I'm not going back. I said, I'm not going back. I don't know what it is, but I know I'm not going back. I didn't know there's a scripture which says he circumcises your heart. This is Romans. He will circumcise your heart. Those who are truly his, he circumcises the heart. There's no going back. And yeah, so that's the reason why, man.
See what you're doing. You're causing me. You're causing me. You're opening up so many topics here that are worthy of exploration. Because this is key and core for so many Christians right now. what you're talking about. And I think that people's testimony is what saves other people who are struggling, just a testimony. Question, why Christianity?
Why Christianity? Number one, I'll be honest with you. I grew up in a Christian home, but I would say
you're a free thinker.
I'm a free thinker. I'm a free thinker.
You're still there.
I'm a free thinker, but if I look at my weaknesses, I don't like change. Remember, I don't like change. So I don't think I would have been able to go to the other faiths and religions. By the way, when I gave my life to Christ, though, I did go to research the other religions. As soon as I gave my life to Christ, that was my first mission. Go and research why Christ.
Wow.
But before I gave my life to Christ, I didn't ask that question necessarily too tough. When I was standing outside of McDonald's, I did ask myself, why this God though? And all I could say was, well, this is what I know. And if he's really true, I will know. If he's not a real God, I will also know. That's how I could say it to myself. That's all I could say to myself at that point in time. Because if you asked me what the gospel was at that time, I couldn't tell you. If you could ask me who Jesus Christ really was, I couldn't tell you.
This is real.
You know what I mean? I just knew God and I knew there was a Bible. I couldn't tell you who this God was truly. And I think that's what people don't understand. You can't know who God really is until you get God. So I can explain it to you, but you still wouldn't get it because the magnitude of what we're talking about goes beyond your conception. So I couldn't say anything at that point in time. So when at that point in moment in time, it was because I knew my parents had given their life to Christ and I could see how God had worked in their lives, right? But I said, I want to, and that's nothing I didn't say actually. When I came to Christ, I also said one thing. I said, do not let me follow in the footsteps of my father and mother. And it didn't mean I would take that they were wrong. It was to say, I don't want tradition, because I could also understand that every person in every generation will have a tradition that they follow, which won't necessarily be truth to Christ. Again, I don't think this is me saying it. It's not, I don't think it's me saying it because it's part of what I do now, but it's not, I don't think it's me saying it. How would I know that's what God is going to call me into talking about when I come to Christ, about changing traditions and cultures and going away from, how would I know that? That's like 5, 6, 7 years down the line. I don't know that. Only he knows that. So yeah, for me, I didn't think about any other faiths at that point in time. But when I got Christ, I suddenly realized there is no other faith. There cannot be any other faith.
This is it, because you got it. Yeah.
I got it.
Makes sense. And the thing is, you're not offered silver and gold.
No, you're not. Because I didn't get a job.
You chose God on the basis of take me on a journey. You didn't choose God because someone preached to you that you could benefit in any physical way. No. This is beautiful. Someone says here, Foxy Brown says, what a beautiful mind.
By the grace.
It's by his grace, man. Question, are you saved?
Yes, I'm saved, man.
If so, how do you know?
How do I know? Do you know what you know? How do you know you're in love? It's not tangible, but the evidence is clear. The heart is the evidence. The mind is the evidence. What governs those two, what speaks to those two, is the evidence. You know what I'm saying? So even before the Bible speaks, the evidence is what speaks to my heart, what speaks to my spirit, what speaks to my mind. And that is always the evidence that even when I'm straying, you hear the melody of God calling you back in, like, man, come back, man. And when you hear that melody, it's only for those who have ears that can hear. Do you understand? So if you really got Christ, there is no amount of distance you can put between yourself and Christ that you won't hear the melody.
People need to know.
Do you know what I'm saying? Because the ears are spiritual and the sound is spiritual. It's not physical. So I don't need, even me trying to put myself physically at a distance, it's impossible. It can't happen.
But you have to recognize that though. I know people now who, we all grew up in church together. Thank God for the foundational, as traditional as it may have been. Thank God for those foundations, right? But some folk are like, man, I've done too much mess. So when my situation changes, I'll come back. But I can't come back now. I'm too dirty. I'm too far. And that mindset, we need to know that you can't be far ever from God. And you can't be too dirty for God.
You can't be.
It's too deep.
I agree.
All right. All right. Yeah. I want to go there. All right.
Go for it, Cap.
Bro, I've got a list of questions here, you know.
Yeah, I can see it. Let me know if you want to which one you want to kick, and I'll cut it, bro.
No. Sorry, on my screen, on my list.
Oh, your screen. Oh,
yeah,
man.
Yeah. I came prepared, didn't it?
Oh,
I want to try something. I don't know if you're gonna do it.
I'll do it.
A long shot. Can we see behind the camera at least your setup?
Yeah. Oh, behind the camera.
Well, whatever whatever.
You can see behind me. You can see behind me, like. I got my bike, and then so I got some boxes there, my bags there.
Okay.
Got that. You know what I mean?
Tidy.
Oh yeah, no, it's not messy, bro. Listen, you can see my bike there, my football jersey as I got injured. It still hurts me to this day. What's over here? You got my kitchen there. You got my TV there. I can't even turn it that round, but that's my TV and stuff. There's nothing else in this room, to be honest.
Hey,
yeah, man.
We've seen behind the scenes. This is a first.
Yeah.
Okay. Relationships. In your within your analytical skill set.
Yeah.
Because I think that's one of your strengths. What are the patterns, the maybe top 2 or 3 patterns that you are noticing when you are watching all of these reality shows based on relationships? What are you seeing the most? What troubles you the most? What causes high blood pressure for Kojo?
As in what wait, as in relationships that I'm physically seeing
on these shows.
On these shows,
that you review. What are you seeing? Patterns.
What am I seeing patterns? Okay, so only recently. This is more recent, right? Love you, ladies. But I've got to say, in recent months, I am starting to see a lot of women become emotionally abusive to men. Yo, Married at First Sight UK. Oh my gosh, bruv, just effing and blinding their partners and this and that, telling them where to go and that. And bro, it's getting a bit much. We've seen it on Married at First Sight US as well. It's becoming a lot, right? We're seeing a lot of women now on these TV shows coming out and verbalizing their disdain and pain towards their partner who's supposed to be like their quote unquote lover or whatever. That's one of the things I've been seeing, of late recently. And then obviously for me, I guess pattern wise that irks me is the other side is, and I think I was in the clubhouse today, bro. I was just getting stressed at the conversation. It's again about, and this is more specifically Black men because I'm Black, so I'm making it specific. But it is always the inability to be able to take accountability for how we impact our society, right? And that's another pattern that really frustrates me. How we make many excuses as to why maybe we're not progressing or why the relationship's not going good or it's the baby mother's fault or, you know what I mean? Like there's just a lack of accountability amongst Black men for me when I'm looking at patterns of behavior as to relationships that really irk me. So those two sides are what kind of irk me right now, man.
Bro, appreciate that. I'm going to put you in a hot seat.
Oh, Lord, go for it.
You told me behind the scenes you could take it.
I can take it. Anything you say, I can take it. You already know.
Yeah, you said that. Let's go to 8:38 p.m.
Go for it. Someone asked a question.
This is Marriage UK. That's my wife. That's my channel.
Okay, cool, fantastic. Hello, wife.
Someone asked if you're still single.
Am I still single? Yeah, I'm still single.
Hold on. You took way too long to answer that.
Wait, sorry. I was trying to find a question. No, I genuinely am still single, guys. I genuinely am still single. And at least till 2021.
Miss Kaiser Souza says, are you in a relationship? The answer is no. Then
I'm not in a relationship, no.
Elevate. Can you put this one up, please? Elevate.
Yes, I can.
Yeah, go on.
Yo, I just read it with you, Listen, Elevate, listen, consult the Lord, man. Consult the Lord. Yeah, I ain't had no visions yet, so consult the Lord, innit? Consult the Lord, innit? Let him talk to me. You feel me? Yeah.
Oh gosh, I've lost it now. Hold on.
That's right. I'm scrolling with you, bro.
I discern. Where is it? It just.
I discern. I got you.
I discern that Kojo is genuine about his. Okay, no, we don't need that one. That's fine. Thank you.
Okay.
I speak from both men.
This the next
someone asked about the shoes in the background. What's that about?
The what? The shoot in the background.
Yeah.
It's just to add a bit of flavor. I won't lie to you. It's just to add a bit of flavor. Yeah. Make a little noise.
People are trying to come for you now, bro.
Yeah, they are. I know, man.
You must have a relationship with Jehovah. You know what? Yeah,
a relationship with Jehovah, indeed. Someone asked, "I want an American wife."
Come on,
guys. You already know I'm not moving to America, guys. Okay, unless the good Lord opens a vision in my eye to see it. I have not feelings coming to America, but you know, you just never know what the Lord could do.
Okay.
Mm.
I've got these questions mixed up now. Okay. Here's a good one.
Yeah.
Come visit Kojo. Listen, you're not taking the show for Tinder, man.
Someone said, "Get me flued out." That's it, G. Get me flued out.
All right. What does your prospective wife need to know before getting with you?
My days.
So she's about to buy her ticket. This is married. This is 90 Day Fiance now. She's about to buy her ticket. You need to tell her this or these things before she clicks buy now.
You know what? The first and foremost thing I tell, obviously Christ, like you gotta love Christ, right? This is the number one thing. Love Christ more than you love me. This number one thing, right? Love Christ then you love me, or love any person. That should be your main thing, right? You have your own personal relationship with Christ. Number two, here's the thing you need to know about me, though. I am what we call a maverick. Okay, I'm a maverick. All right, I don't play by the rules. You already know when I say Sigma male, you know what that means. I don't often play by the rules. I can be cast as an the rebel sometimes, the outsider, the person that does a job that people might not like doing. Do you understand? So you've got to be willing to roll with me on that, because it's not an easy road. For instance, when I do stuff and I talk about what I believe the kingdom should be, as in going by the word of God and teaching it, I come up against certain churches. Can you handle that? Can you handle that people might isolate you as they isolate me? Because that's probably what I'm going to be facing a lot more. If you can't handle that and it's not for you, please, it's okay. Like, we understand it's not for everybody. Okay. You know? So you know, I want people to know that. That's the most dangerous winds you're gonna find. Number three, this other wind that's gonna happen.
Okay, three. Okay.
There's a third wind. Okay. God over everything, which means when I hear God tell me we got to go to left, I really don't. We're not gonna fight about this. We're going left. Just because the way my relationship is set with God, right? When He says definitively, and I don't say this all the time. It's a very few times when it's told to me directly, and He says go left. I'm not about to argue with you, because I'm not doing an Abraham. We're not going to be trying to go around the mill. Okay, we're not going to do an Adam. We are going left. And if I'm wrong, I'm happy to admit I was wrong and concede. But when God tells me to go left, we got to go left. That's how I see it. That's the main thing.
What are you going to say if she has a dream and God said turn right?
And He says turn right. Listen, I'm gonna have to go and pray in the mountains, bro. I'm gonna have to go and pray in the mountains, but like, wait, right? I'm gonna have to really go and look at this, man. That did God tell me to go right? Because, you know, I believe that as a man, God has put the mandate for men to lead in their relationships. Do you understand? But she can also get a vision too. So I have to go and be like, okay, babes, if you truly believe that God said it, let me go. Give me 3 days. I'm gonna head up to the mountains. Give me 3 days. I'm gonna go to the mountains, and I believe God will speak. Do you know what I'm saying? I believe God will speak. You know what I mean? So I will go. You know what I mean? And I believe God will give me the answer. Chile. Yeah.
Okay. More. I want to know more. What do they need to know about you?
What do you know about me? I've come out of the 50-50 rehab. Just need to know that. I know the ladies already know. They follow me long enough. They know, you know, because, you know, I was really on the 50-50 riders.
Bro, what's this? What's this 50-50? What's that? You
know, I was really on the 50-50 riders. You know what I'm saying? They know me. I was really on the 50-50 lifestyle. But
brother, what are you talking about 50-50?
Financially, I was originally on that, but I've rehabbed now, guys. You know what I'm saying? I no longer think like that.
What? Is this some kind of inner circle thing that you're talking about?
No, the American audience really know, but it's basically we're talking about finances, isn't it? How it works out. You understand?
Okay.
So really, what it was talking about, we have this running joke that everyone knows. Obviously, that's about first dates, isn't it? Who pays on the first date? And I used to always order.
Bro,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I've changed my life. I've changed my life now. I've changed my life now. I don't believe in that anymore. You understand?
No.
I'm willing to offload and pay that thing. You understand, guys?
You
I've changed.
I've changed,
guys. I've changed now.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I've changed now, guys. Okay, all right. But no, jokes aside. What I need to know, I'm a loving person. You know what I mean? I love hard, very, very loyal. I believe in unity. I really believe that you know, in covering the partner you're with. Listen, I always believe that when you're in public, you may be wrong, I may be wrong, but let me not try to be checking you right there and there. You understand? This is one of my rules. Like, unless it presents physical danger for you or me, like, let me not try and check you there and then. If I think you're wrong, I'm like, babe, I might just give you a wait, babe. You know what I mean? Little hint like that. If you don't get it, then I'm gonna talk to you when we get home. Because I don't like I don't think we should be putting each other out. Like, I love what you and when you always be saying when you're on the live, you're like, hey, is that okay if I talk about this subject? That's what I want to see. Right? It should be unified fronts. No one should be able to see this weakness in the armor, right? Because that's how Adam and Eve fell. There was weakness in the armor of the chain. So I want to be able to make sure that as a team together, when we work together, no one's got that little seed to look inside your relationship. Like, yeah, I can see a little weak chink. No. Let's keep that for us too. Let's discuss that behind the scenes. But let me never embarrass you or put you on blast in the public or whatever. No. Behind the scenes, let's deal with that. Do you know what I mean? So I'm always about that life. Number one. Number two, I'm always about supporting as well my partner's ventures. Listen, if you're a business person or you believe that God's giving you something that you should be doing, I'm not the guy that's going to tell you minimalize it. I'm going to tell you maximize it. Because what is the point of having a partner that has minimalized their dreams and their visions? It doesn't make sense. Do you know what I'm saying? I want you to go bigger. Now, have I always had this mindset? No. I had to learn this. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the fears that I had were interacting with how I was moving. But now I've got to a better place where I've worked on those things. I need that woman to be expansive. Don't minimalize yourself. Go. If you believe you got to go and do this, let's go and do it together. Or if whatever I can support you with, let me support you in that way.
Well, I can tell you how you're going to support that straight away. If you pay for that meal, she'll have more money to invest in the business. And the more meals you pay for, the more money she's gonna save. Bro, you're already on the road. You're already on the road.
Yeah, bro. That's the real thing. That's the real thing. You know, you gotta. It's a real partnership. You know what I mean? And this is why the Bible is so powerful. Love covers a multitude of sins, but I take it as we cover each other. You know what I mean? Where you're weak, you cover me. Where you're weak, I cover you. It's not about exposing you. It's about using your strengths. Where if I haven't got a strength there, why don't I not tap into your strength? Do you know what I mean? If I've got a strength here, why not tap into my strength? Why are we trying to, you know what I mean? Like, you lead on everything on here, and you lead on it. No. If I'm not good at that, just take it and lead it. No big deal. We can delegate, manage, whatever. Let's do it and let's get it done. And if I'm strong on this area, let's get it done. Like, for instance, I love washing dishes. I used to hate it, but I love washing dishes. When it comes to dishes, if I come to your yard, I'll probably wash your own dishes for you, bro. I love washing dishes.
Oh, bro, you can come down.
I'm ready, bro. I don't even have to wear the gloves. I got you, bro.
Bro.
Straight hand.
You're welcome. You mean? But you are selling yourself today.
Oh, but yeah, that's the truth.
Go humble. Someone here saying Yazit as at 842. Would you visit Canada and do a life coach course? They're trying to get you out there, bro.
Bro, listen, that's what I said, bro. We're trying to go international. So if, you know what, the Lord will make a way. You know what I'm saying?
DMs welcome, I'm guessing, right?
Listen, if you believe the Lord has led you to come and bring me to Canada, fantastic. Let him lead you. Don't deny the Holy Spirit leading you to lead me to Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, don't deny him.
Hey, what? You love to wash dishes. Come over anytime and I'll do the cooking. Man, it is hot here, man.
But I do actually love washing dishes, though. It's really, like, anybody whose house I've come to, I've probably washed dishes in their house. I don't know why. It's just like, it's calming for me.
You know what? On Sunday, I'm up in Midlands, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, I might catch you.
Catch me in it, washing dishes.
I might catch you.
Catch me washing dishes, bro. Mm-hmm.
Bro, I might knock your door. Send me your address later.
Yeah. I was on you, bro.
Okay. So look, you're hitting on my boy.
Mm-hmm. What did David? Look at David saying, "Am I capping?" Listen, honestly, listen. When I say this, yeah, it doesn't mean that I don't have the faults. I can tell you the faults that you're gonna see as well. I don't mind telling you the faults. Stubbornness is one of them.
That's you.
Stubborn. I'm stubborn. Yeah, I can be stubborn. And this is what I'm saying. Take God aside when I think it's God. When I think I'm right, I can be very stubborn about it. You know what I'm saying? Right? I don't like to say argumentative. I like to say I like a good debate. I like to get in a good debate. Sometimes it's just not necessary. Sometimes I'll be debating things that don't need to be debated. You just need to let it go. But sometimes I don't let the debate go. Right? So these are aspects of me that because obviously the mind is always thinking analytically, it's always trying to do that. Sometimes you overteach. Sometimes you're trying to teach somebody something at a moment that is not a teachable moment. It's just meant to be let them live that life experience, and when they've done it and they can see that it didn't work out the way you think it did, or it did work out, fantastic. You operate by what happened at the end. If it was a great result, you say, well done. Do you know what? I didn't see it, and I appreciate the fact that you didn't listen to me. Or you say, listen, I know it happened, it didn't go the way I wanted, but don't worry about it. Let's go. Right? So sometimes that overteaching can come into.
That's Kojo's way of saying I was wrong.
I was wrong, and I actually didn't do sound wrong though. If I sound wrong, I'm wrong on it.
we have a hot question here for you, right?
Go for it, bro. What time is it?
8:51 MSM 41009. I was gonna ask this, but I didn't write it down. I thought, shall I do this? But someone did it. Someone did it for me.
I'm willing to ask it. You already know it. I'm willing to answer the question, man. So for me, I like Bonda. I like a back. I'm not gonna lie to you, kids. I like to see good physique. You understand? I'm not limited to that, but I can see it, and I'm just like, the good Lord knows what He's doing right there. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So I like that physique. You know what I'm saying? But for me, to be honest, I do like a girl that's in shape, because I'm in shape. But I like a girl that's in decent shape. I don't need you to be super fine. No. Just a little bit of shape is good. You know what I'm saying? Keep it trimmed. You know what I mean?
Well, Alice Cameron not happy with where you're coming from. Earlier on, she says, "Nah, he lose me at the stubbornness."
Oh yeah,
you lost some people right there.
Oh, it's a shame, man. But we can't win them all. Hey, so it said, how do I feel about cleaning the bathroom? I don't mind it, but I prefer the kitchen. Do you know what I'm saying? I prefer the kitchen. You know what I mean? Like, I prefer to do laundry, and I don't mind ironing. Ironing is not my strongest suit, but I like that. I don't mind doing the ironing. You feel me? Yeah. So
something about a little thicker. Sean Unfiltered. He likes them a little thicker than Kyra.
Hey, Kyra's good thickness, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Kyra, I appreciate you. I like Kyra's shape, man. Very, very lovely shape. You know what I'm saying? Lovely girl in general, but lovely shape. You know what I mean? Someone said fake bum on that. We don't like the fake stuff. Honestly, please don't approach me if you've got the fake stuff. It's just not my thing. Honestly, it's not my thing. I'd rather you just have no bum and have no fakeness. Like the fakeness stuff, it's not for me. I can't do it.
Nope.
Someone said petite women. No, petite women have a chance. Listen. I just said that's what is the thing that really gets me, but that's not what fully grapples me. You understand? Yeah.
See, I think you burnt a bridge and trying to build it back, because that's not the way it works, Kojo.
Hey, man.
Burnt, but hey. But people, we have to leave off with the physicality topic now. We're gonna go into something. We're going to go to some of the work that you do.
Okay.
And then we're going to look at where should we go with this? Let me ask this question before we go there.
Go for it.
This is it, David. I'm going to come to that question, real question about YouTube. I'm going to come to that. I've got that here. Lovely. What do you need your future partner to be?
Oh.
Now, think before you answer. Of course, you're going to.
Yeah.
When I say that, I don't want you to just say nice, beautiful. Like,
yeah.
specific. if this was counseling, we'd say,
Yeah.
be specific. All right. 2, maybe 3 things that you need.
The person, number one, first of all, must be able to hold a deep conversation. It's just that simple. That's like number one. I need you to have the capacity to hold a deep conversation. Yeah, I don't need. It's not about how smart you are. It's the capacity to be able to hold certain conversations. That's number one. Because I've done without it, and I honestly died, bro. I died, bro. I done it for 2 years and I died, bro. Like I just, you know what I mean? I couldn't do it, bro. It was without substance, and I just couldn't.
She got wait.
I could operate.
Wait, she got a body.
Yeah.
She got a personality.
Yeah.
She got
love to Jesus.
All heart.
Yeah.
She prays. She's got a real relationship.
Okay.
But 15 minutes of conversation, like, I'm tired, man.
Yeah, it can't be done.
Why?
Yeah.
Now you'll know.
Yeah.
Now
I would cherish. I would cherish the fact that you can hold that conversation more than just you looking good and everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't do it. Like I need you to just be able to, and it's not like I need you to be a scholar. No one's asking you to be a scholar. You know what I'm saying? Like that's for me. And when I'm with my other people, if that's what we want, bro. No one's trying to marry a scholar. That's for when I'm with my people, like when we're talking, bro. But you need them to be able to hold some level of capacity. Otherwise, what I feel like will happen is I will get drawn out to deeper waters elsewhere, and then I'm going to get caught out. Because, that is something that is essentially like 70% of water. That's 70% of me. Aside the Christ thing, that is one of the biggest parts of me, being able to hold deep conversations, not necessarily around relationships, can be about anything that's deep. Even if I don't know it, I can then go away and research. Like, oh, I didn't even know that. I need to go and research. I need to go.
So that's a bit like you saying, look, being able to hold a conversation over looks trumps looks.
Yeah. Yes, it does. Yes,
well,
honestly,
you built that bridge right back.
Oh, yeah.
You built that bridge right back.
Honestly, though, it absolutely trumps it. Because I've done the person who I found super attractive. I was involved, bro. And I was probably moving a bit mad too with it. But when that conversation is not hitting, I said I was dying, and I didn't realize at that point. So I wasn't as clued up as into why I was not feeling the way I need to feel. But I realized that I couldn't access all of me. You know what I mean? Would have conversations, and it would get to a point where I'm like, what is this conversation? Bro, this conversation is going nowhere, bro. And it's no disrespect to the other person. It's actually just the fact that we just see things differently. You know what I'm saying? We see things differently. That's why I kind of, and those of you in the audience will know, when we was talking about put a ring in it this season, one of the guys, when you were saying about depth, I could actually understand what he meant. Like you can't, the person can't pretend to have that depth. You got it or you ain't.
All right, pause there. Grace 858. Go to Grace Mercy.
Okay.
And just comment on that.
Interesting. Most men say looks first. No, but looks is important. It's what draws us in. You know what I mean? But there are different types of looks. You know what I mean? We have a universal standard beauty, yes. But we have girls who have different looks that you're like, oh, I don't know something about you that would make me. Do you know what I mean? So it's not just, yes, looks are important, but I would never choose a girl who I couldn't interact with on a daily basis, didn't see as somebody who's a quote unquote best friend, and not and give that up because she looks bad. No, sorry. No, that's a big diff.
You know what? A real man or a guy that you want to take even half serious is a guy that actually wants to have a relationship, which is what Kojo is also essentially describing. Like a guy who is serious, or someone that you could even begin to say, let me try and put some trust and faith in this guy, is a man that is trying to have conversation and a relationship with you. And if you find that there's a man who cannot get past looks, you cannot trust that man.
I think a lot of, the thing was interesting. Most men say looks first. Yeah. In fact, if not most men, if not all, will say looks first, right? But what we're saying is, would I compromise the internal characteristics of that person for looks, and I can tell you 100%, don't bother, it won't happen, because I've actually done it. That's what I'm trying to say to you. It's not like it's not a concept to me. I've done it and I died. Let's not do that.
Listen, studies show that, and whilst we're on this topic, right? Studies show that men tend to cheat with women less attractive than their wives.
It's actually so true, bro.
And you know why? Because they seek to meet the need of the man, the side chick. They seek to meet the need of the man, whatever that need is. And men will have sex, but afterwards, what is there? We're not that empty. We're not that one-track minded. We're human. Deep. I want to go there.
We ask some deep questions, boy.
Oh, bro, they're coming in it. I mean, oh man. Okay. Let's move on to your YouTube career, bro. If that's all right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good, bro.
Can you get your spreadsheets out for your business? I'm only joking.
No, go for it.
How did you get into this industry?
So I've been doing YouTube for the last 6 years now. Yeah, 2015 August. But I actually started another YouTube. I was doing dance on it. I was doing dance videos and stuff like that. But this little black book that I started, this started in 2015 August. I actually started writing a blog first. It was called Gentleman Extraordinaire. And I was doing different topics on relationships, some like just do different topics on relationships and stuff. And then I was like, oh, people are doing YouTube. Maybe I should jump on it. You know what I mean? I love the camera. I did acting when I was younger, so I love acting, by the way, as well. So, I thought the camera should be fine. I'm not going to be pressed by necessarily the camera that's there. So why not put what I have onto camera? And then that's when it was kind of born. But again, this is one of those things where I had that conversation with God. And I said, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. I really want to start YouTube, but remember, I've got a fear of failure, right? So I'm like, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I start this, will I succeed or not? Because if I'm not gonna succeed, why bother? You know what I mean? Like, because it's like sometimes I start things and don't finish it. And I was like, I don't want to be one of those things. Either I'm starting it and I'm going the long haul or nah. Right? And I said, Lord, at that point in time, I said to him, listen, if I start this, I understand that I may be nowhere near what I think I should be, or I might not be as big as I have in the back of my mind, which I'm not really saying out loud for a good amount of years. And I'm comfortable with that. And I said that to him. I said, I'm comfortable. If you don't allow me to become the 1 million subscriber YouTube or whatever, I don't need it to be I understand there's a time in the season. So I'm willing to be patient on this and wait a few years and just hone my craft, right? And I said, if it's your will, it will make sense when I start. It will just work for me, right? And that's when I started. I put out some few videos, and I think the first one got 1,000 views, and I was just excited. And I was like, look, I was saying like, Lord, you know what? This is good. Like 1,000 views, fantastic. Like, I had to work for it. I mean, I was tagging so many Christian influencers at the time. I was tagging them. I was tagging them and they were untagging themselves. I'll tag them again. You know what I mean? So I was putting a lot of work in just to get somewhere. But when I was doing it, what I saw was people who had done YouTube maybe for like 3 months were way ahead, and I was like, how come? But I kept reminding myself, what I say to the Lord? I'm willing to wait X amount. I didn't say how many years. I'm willing to wait years to get to that place because you are fine tuning me, and I'm just not ready yet. Right? I don't want to embarrass you. I don't want to embarrass myself. I know you're fine tuning me and my craft and my skill, and I will know when the time is right that you will push me to go further. Right? So let's just. You know what I mean? So that's when I came up with the whole theory of we celebrate every 50 subscribers, but I celebrate as if those people are in the room. So when I started, I celebrated. When I had 50 subscribers, I celebrated it. When I had 100, I celebrated it. When I had 150, I celebrated it. Right? And if you see my Twitter, if you go on my Twitter, you'll see it there. It's like I tweeted every time I got more. And I said, because if I sat in a room and I had 10 people said they want to come to you, Curtis, and came to me and they want to hear us speak, I'd be excited. But somehow, some way, it looks different when you're online to have 10 people watch your video. And so people get disheartened, like, frick, only 10 people watch my video. No, 10 people decided to give their time to you and watch your stuff. I don't think you deep it. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's how I always saw it. I never saw it as I was not big. I just saw it as, Lord, I know that I have to appreciate this level that I'm at. And that's how I've always been. So that's why probably when you guys, it's kind of hard for me to celebrate too. So when you saw 50K, 20K, 30K, you never saw a video from me saying, hey guys, thank you for 50K. I just couldn't, it's not my thing. It's like, I've been celebrating it every little bit as we go. So hitting 50K was like, okay, I've hit it because I've been celebrating as we go. So I didn't really want to do a 50K video. It's like, no, I've already been celebrating it as we go. You know, so yeah, for me, you know, doing the YouTube stuff, I had to ask the Lord first, is this really it? Because I don't want to start and fail and not you know, get up and go again. Do you know what I mean? And because we're now here 6 years in, and you know, it's changed my life, man. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. And Dave, let me see. No. David Adekoya at 905.
Okay.
Second.
Yeah.
Is your fear of failing hindering you from getting into a relationship? This is a side question.
Do you know what? It's kind of interesting. I would say yes, no, because like all my relationships I've been in, yeah, they're once I get into a relationship, I must be able to see marriage or not. If we can't see marriage, I don't know why I'm getting a relationship. I don't do the thing, let's see what happens. Like, I should be able to see potential in you. You know what I mean? So for me, I've been in 3 serious relationships. I have not been in any of those relationships where it's like 3 months. I don't know how people do it. I don't know how that happens. I don't know how to do it. So maybe there's a fear of failure in that one where it's like, I don't just jump into relationships, but it's like, I don't want to get into relationships that are going to be 3 months, 6 months. I try to take my time and get to know the person and try to marry the mind. You know what I mean? And try to mesh the mind. And when I've got that, then I feel like, okay, great. If we've got the mind, then we're going somewhere. You know what I mean? Because the body stuff is easy, but the mind is where all the real stuff happens. So for me, I don't know if it's really hindering me from getting into relationships. Like right now, I'm not getting into a relationship, not because of failure, but because it's time to build. And there is no time to spend energy on giving you all my love, attention, and care. I need to build. Yeah. When I've built, we can discuss this again. But right now, I can't focus energy on any woman or any time. That doesn't mean I don't have conversations. It just means I can't be going and be doing all the little scoochie stuff that I usually be doing. No. We've got to build.
Scoochie is an interesting word, bro.
Yeah, scoochie, man. All the little here's and there's, you know what I mean? Little romantic things and flirty things. I just got to chill that, bro.
So we know that when this YouTube channel just dies off, if we don't see you for a couple of weeks, we know it's a woman.
It shouldn't be dying off. If it is dying off, it's because I've changed ventures, not necessarily women. Because I think the drive that I have, and that's another thing now, that's probably different from what a few years ago. The drive is different. So I need a woman to understand the drive. And I believe I know where God is calling me to. The woman that I'm with, let me just say this for you guys, anybody's out there. If you're with me, just to let you know, all right, I will have people that I'll be around, okay? Men and women. So if you're not comfortable with being sociable, it might not be the best person to be around. It just might not be.
Some bridges burnt right there. Two comments down from that. Elevate.
Yeah.
How did you get your interviews for? Put a ring on it.
Oh yeah.
That's how I discovered your channel. How does a black man
like me from UK Ponds
from Battersea get that kind of a link? That's what they're asking.
You know what? That's what the Lord is good at doing, bro. You know, when you submit yourself to God and just do what he asks you to do, which is just be good at what you do, it happens by itself. But really speaking, what happened was the first person I actually interviewed was Ashley from season 1. But actually, actually from season 1. But I think what actually happened was the first breakthrough interview wasn't Put a Ring in It. It was Ready to Love. I had an interview with London from season 3. London had an Instagram interview with myself and him. And that's how I think that opened that door for me. But I think what happened was when I started reviewing Put a Ring in It, Ashley was commenting on some of the videos I was doing, and I think some of the videos were really speaking to her situation. And she just reached out to me, man, and that's what it was, man. So
that was in a sense what we might interpret as luck, but that was a special move.
Yeah, it's luck, man.
Yes.
But it's luck because you have to, I believe life is a bit of luck as well as grace of God. But there's also, you have to be good at what you do. This is biblical, right? Like Daniel in the Bible didn't have to preach Jesus or preach God to annoy the people that he was with. Right. He annoyed them because he was good. Yeah. And he was good because he spent time on his craft, but he also spent time in prayer. So like, you can't take the two, you can't separate the two. You need the spiritualness with the physical aspects of you being good at your job is important. So when you're getting the best videos from me is when I'm on spiritual 10, because that influences the physical nature of what I'm talking about, right? But when you want to see me on 20, it's when I've studied and I bring my spiritual high and combine the two. Then you will feel that the video has gone to another level. And sometimes my levels can be a little bit shaky, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I'm not reading as much as I need to read. Sometimes I'm not as in prayer as much as I need to. But the two have to mesh. Anybody who is doing work, you need to mesh the spiritual and the physical. You can't do without, right? So if you mesh the two, that's how you change the world.
Faith and works.
Faith and works. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Together. And then someone is saying, DYSL, seriously, Kojo, come to New York. You have subscribers who will house you while you make your moves. but I think that's a business. I think that's a business request. I don't think that's someone hitting on you. Who knows?
No, yeah. Let's hope it's an office they're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that scandal in my life. Okay.
What advice would you give to content creators?
What advice would I give to content creators? Really simple stuff, man. To content creators, I watched a video and it said companies that are really great, they know why they do what they do. Not what, where, how, but they know why they do what they do. Do you know what I mean? And that's actually what my whole brand is actually based upon. It is about answering the question, why? Why do they behave like that? Why do they do what they do? Why do they do this? And if you can understand why you're about to go into this YouTube stuff or any venture in this life, then you will have an answer for life. The what, where, how, and when are specific time frames. They'll keep you in time and they'll keep you in season. But if you understand the why, that will keep you forever. Because the why isn't YouTube. My why isn't YouTube. My why is that I want to see people in much healthier relationships. I can do that through YouTube. I can do that through a blog. I can do that talking in person. I can do that through coaching. I can do that through a website that I host. There are so many different mediums, but the why is important. I want to see you in much healthier relationships. And I want to do that through the knowledge of God too. So that why never changes irrespective of where I stand. Right. And I wish I released these videos. I did them and I didn't bring them out at the time. But I had a series of videos that I was filming, which was, number one, if you're gonna get into this game, be on fire. You know what I mean? When you're on fire, when you're running on fire, you run with speed. Why? Because you're on fire. Right. Number two, you want to be transparent about what you're about and what you're doing. Right? Just like when you go to another country and you see the blue waters, how amazing is it when you look into water and you see it's crystal clear? That's how our lives should be. Now, I'm not saying everything has to be given to everybody, but what I'm saying is there should be some level of transparency, right? If you're in UK and you look at the River Thames that we have, my God, you can't see even a centimeter beyond the waters, and it's ugly. But when you can go to another country and you can see that the water's blue and it's clear, you know what I'm saying? You start to see the different things within that water. It's exciting. It's attractive. That's how you have to be. You know what I mean? So if you're going to start this game of going into YouTube or anything like that, first things first, I want to ask you why. What is the why for you? Everything else will come with that. But what is your why? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that would be that. Do you know what I mean?
Oh wow, I've been using the wrong mic all along.
Oh, is it? I didn't realize.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Can you hear me good? Wrong mic. I should have said. Right. There's a question that came up. How do you
finally say yes? We're
No,
gonna
no,
do
no,
this.
no, no.
Oh,
There's
okay.
some questions I don't even want to touch.
My guy says the landmines.
Listen, we know this game already. This is it. J Saint CYR 914.
Okay. Chef J, what do you say, Chef?
Yeah, and I was
Yeah,
going
go
to
for
ask
it.
you about how you deal with discouragement and how do you deal
Ooh,
with it, and how do you stay motivated,
good
especially
question.
during the down periods. This happens when this does happen when you're out there on in front of a camera, or if you're doing your own project. It's very easy to just have a bit of a imposter issue, where you just get that voice that says, "Oh man, you're tired, or you can't do it." They're not listening to you. You're not growing as fast as you should. Can you still do this? How do you deal with that if you do get that?
I mean, you do. Staying motivated. I think this is what I said. Like, you gotta take each thing that you're doing. Like, for instance, if we're just gonna stick to YouTube just so that you can understand it. Every video you do out there, okay, is a portion of you, is a part of you, and so I understand when it doesn't do well, it can be a rejection. But I as I said, the Bible says, do not despise small beginnings, right? You gotta look at the beauty in the small things to really appreciate the big things, right? So the motivation for me really is coming from the fact that I know that this is what I'm meant to do. So when you're meant to do something, the motivation behind it isn't, am I good enough? Or, I mean, those things come through, but it's I know I'm meant to be here. I know I'm in the right place. I know I'm in the right time. So I got to keep going because the breakthrough is coming. It's when we're not sure whether we should or shouldn't be there, which is why I'm asking, what is your why you're there? Which is like, when you're at work, what is our motivation usually? It's money. Usually our work motivation is money.
You turn up.
You turn up, right? You do whatever you got to do, but you quickly grow tired and then you need a holiday because you're not there because this is what you love and enjoy. This is not your why. You're here because you've got to provide the finances so you can live. That's survival. It's different. But if you're doing something like YouTube now, you're going to spend your time, energy, money into something that's not your predominant job. Then this better be the something that you love, and this better be your why. There better be a why involved. Otherwise, all it's going to be a very long, hard slog. It's going to be a very long, hard slog. So I stay motivated because I know this is what you called me to. This is what you called me to.
So there's something greater than you. This is it. There's something greater than you.
Yeah, it's something greater than me. Yeah, it's something greater than me. I mean, I'm sure other people who don't have Jesus or have God will have a different kind of motivation. I'm sure they will say friends and family encourage them. Mine do too. But I'll be honest with you. What encourages me is that I know I'm meant to be here. So I can't look at myself as inferior, and I can't look at myself as should I do it? No, I've got to do it.
That's powerful.
Yeah,
that's powerful. That is powerful.
By grace.
I think I have 2 more questions for you.
Oh, no worries, man. I'm not in a rush.
You're not in a rush. Time and season. There's something here. Where is it? No, won't go there. Do you have a mentor? Let's throw that one in.
Do I have a mentor? Everyone asks me this, man. I don't have a physical mentor.
You don't?
No, I don't. I don't. I have people that I tap into.
Is anyone that you look up to?
Yes, you. I'm being deadly serious. If anyone's ever asked me anything, I'll be saying, listen, when I speak to Curtis, things click, man.
Bro, that's deep.
Things click, man. Yeah, man. So for me, you're one of the people that I look up to, man. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, real spit. That's no cap. That's real.
Received.
Yeah.
Never knew I was on them levels, bro.
Bro, you're on them levels, bro. You're on them levels, bro. Some people, you don't have to meet them long and you just connect. You know what I'm saying? There are people where you can. There are very few people that I submit myself to. So if I'm talking to you and you're talking, I will just listen. I don't mind. I'll just sit there and say, bro, I know what you're about to say, bro. I'm about to hear you. That's why I said I was going to come to you even for the marriage advice. Because I was like, bro, no, fam. This is a brother I know has been transparent, has been real, and tells you the truth. He's not going to sugarcoat it for you. So for me, when I'm listening to you, bro, that's how I just listen. I say, okay, I'm hearing you. There's something to learn here. There's something to deep here. You was helping me out even with my situation when I had my relationship issues, bro. I was just deep in what you were saying, bro. I was like, all right, let me take it, bro. There's some people that when I come across, I just know God is just saying, this person, listen to them. They're talking wisdom. Do you know what I mean? So you're one of the few people. My dad's always another one. You know what I'm saying? When I have some issue, I'll go to my dad and be like, Dad, what do you think? Sometimes he's wild, and I'm like, bro, I'm not sure that's the one, but yeah, your dad's still, you know what I mean? And my little brother, it's crazy. He's the one after me, bro. This boy, he don't know, but when I ask him a question about something, he will just spit one wisdom, and I'm like looking at him like, ain't this my little brother?
That must be in the genes, bro. That's in the family genes. You lot got some wisdom, words of wisdom running, flowing over. Yeah.
The dad is the one that I think where it started from. So we're tapping into him. You're tapping into him. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't necessarily have mentors. What I do is I tap into what I believe is true. So when for instance, I'm reading a lot of books right now. Like I'm reading 92 Ways to Conversate. I'm reading Emotional Intelligence. I'm reading How to Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I've read that once already. I'm reading it again. I'm reading what's the last one I'm reading now? Art of Seduction. And what I do is I tap into the ideas. Yeah, bro. Listen, I tap into all the ideas, fam.
Why are you reading that book?
I'm reading it because it's an amazing book.
Yeah, why?
Oh, because I wanted to learn about what this art of seduction really is.
Okay.
One, to enhance my skills as well, because you understand. But but also because like the way my mind works is when I believe that information, when the information is true, it's almost like playing Tetris. It comes in, and what is true goes and it locks in. And then I start seeing things, and it starts making sense. I start interpreting things. So, for instance, when I read something, it's not everything that I take in. Something I read, and I'm like, yeah, that doesn't make any. That's not. Either it's not making sense right now, or it's not really real. I don't want to live by that mantra. That's not really what I think it's about. Then I hear certain things, and I'm like, that connects. That connects. And how I interpret it is, can I even see this in the Bible? Because that's how I have a base layer. My base layer is, can I see it in the Bible? And I think I tweeted this on Instagram.
You have to have that foundation, and or you will be everywhere.
Oh yeah. So
you'll be talking to the universe. No disrespect.
To the universe. That's honestly the truth. So what I didn't tell people was that when I became born again, what I believe God did for me is that I sat down and read the Bible, just reading it, and I didn't even read all of it. I read 3/4 of it, but I read it, and I read things over and over and over again to the point where it becomes like part of my arm. So when people hear me quoting scripture, it's not because it's memory. It's actually because it's memory. I've been sitting there reading it, and then when it relates to what I'm talking about, it comes to me. The Bible says the Holy Spirit causes remembrance. The Spirit will just go, that's that scripture there. That's how it connects to relationships. That's how it connects to people. This is how it connects. And I just see it. It's really hard to explain how my mind works. It's like, it's just things start connecting. I can't explain it. It's just things start connecting. So that's why I bring a lot of different perspectives when I'm saying. So mentor-wise, I don't really have a mentor. I have people that I talk to. I have people that if I've got a problem, I know who to go to. Do you know what I'm saying? If I know that this friend, if I go to him, he gonna have wisdom. Listen to what he's gonna say. And yeah, and then I read. I just try to read and then try to deep it. But the base layer in all of this is literally God.
Word.
It's literally God. It's the Holy Spirit. That's first and foremost.
What's your educational background?
I studied.
Did you study psychology?
No. I did psychology in A levels, AS levels. I failed.
Yeah, but you understood it, right?
I didn't.
You understand now.
But I understand now, but I didn't then, bro. I understood. I understood the concepts. So the experiments that people were doing, they stuck in, but the other details didn't really stick. So like whenever they gave us an experiment, it would make so much sense. I get it.
Yeah.
But when I'm reading and they're telling me, I was like, this doesn't make sense. What does that mean? What does that relate to? Like trying to study all. So it's been a journey. I've had to go back and start reading it again and learning about it. And obviously, yes, you have your I don't even know if you start mentioning the practitioners, but you start reading and you start learning, and it had different theories and stuff like that. And it starts connecting. It's like, oh, okay, it makes sense. This person had this. But yeah, I failed psychology with a U, bro. I did business studies. I actually wanted to do drama, but I was asking myself, where would I take that? Yeah, I asked myself that. I said, yeah,
People do need to count the cost of where their degrees are taking them, you know.
I wish someone had told me at the time, don't worry about it, just get a degree. Because it didn't really matter. You just needed a degree in our generation anyway, my generation. You just need to get a degree.
Yeah.
And I wish I did drama, I would have enjoyed it. But I did business studies, and I don't mind that too. So yeah, that was my educational background. Pete, man.
Tina, oh gosh, he keeps. I said Tina says, please check out Kojo's other channel. Pray like you're mad for his Christian content. What's the name of your other channel, bro?
Yeah, it's called Pray Like You're Mad. That's the other one. I took a little break from it because, like I said, I wasn't firing the way I wanted to fire, and I wanted to go and study and really give the audience real vim. You know what I mean? Like I don't, because I have to teach it, so I need to study it.
That's right.
Teach it. It's not me just giving you. I think other creators are great, but I want to teach it. You know what I mean? I don't want to give you like I can do relationship videos all day, and I can do that easily. I can't do that with the Christian content because I have to make sure, have I got the context? Have I got the historical context? Have I got the geographical? I have to make sure all of that is encompassed when I teach it, not just give you, oh, this is what I understood from the scripture. Yeah, I think that's why I come to time.
And someone said you said that so quickly. What did you get your degree in?
I got my degree in business studies.
Okay.
Business studies, yes.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Next topic. And I think as far as I can see on my list anyway, but I know there's more coming up. Two more, I think maybe two more questions. Yeah, two more questions.
Cool, bro. The thing, man. I'm not rushed.
What is the greatest lesson you've learned in the last 5 years?
Oh my gosh. Greatest lesson in the last 5 years.
You might be more than one, but hey.
Oh, greatest lesson I've ever learned. The greatest lesson I've ever learned, I mean, this number one is that, yes, this, and how would I encompass this as a lesson? My greatest lesson ever is that I have to lean on God in all things.
What do you mean by that?
You know, that scripture, Proverbs 3, verse 5-6 is important, but it's like,
trust in the Lord.
Yes. Lean on your understanding.
In literal terms, what does that mean?
It means that, listen, in this life, yeah, it will bamboozle you. It will bamboozle you. It will slap you. It will punch you, kick you, throw you up and throw you down, twist you around, make you win, make you lose. But for me, I need, and I still need the Holy Spirit, man. And the times where I felt like, when I even lost my job last year, bro, I didn't necessarily get into like some people might get into a spiral of depression. Some people might have felt really sad. Some people might have gone and done some things, but I didn't. I went to go and find God. I said, big man, I know what you told me, so you're not about to leave me spare.
Come on.
Like how many people can say that God told them, listen, or even not even God, that your life, even when things are going wrong, you have peace that actually I know is going to carry me through. Now, I'm not saying this is always my default position. Sometimes we're like, rah, God, is this really you? And we're searching for where God is in the situation. But at least we're searching for where God is in the situation because we're looking for that peace. But some people don't have that. You know what I mean? But I have that. You know what I'm saying? And I say that because I learned this lesson. You know, shout out to the girl that broke my hat, you know, properly broke my hat. Shout out to her, you know, and I shout out to her because actually it was needed. The heartbreak was needed. I'm just gonna be honest with you. The heartbreak was needed because I was one foolish in my thinking, but also I didn't fully understand how to lean upon God. But when she broke my heart, I'll tell you now, I didn't eat apart from just eating the word of God and just spending time in prayer. I've never done a 30-day fast my whole entire life. I want to let you know this now, guys. You guys know me. I don't fast for nobody, okay? But that month that the heartbreak happened, I fasted the whole month and prayed, yeah? And I never saw God the way I had seen him up until that point. That's when I realized I have a God who can talk, who really does chat, that listens, that hears you. You know what I'm saying? And that the spirit that's within me, man, is mighty. I just need to give it room. Bro, I learned so many things. In that heartbreak, honestly, that heartbreak was magnificent. At first it wasn't. I was having heart palpitations, bro. I had a heart, I'm sure I had, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, one of the themes that runs through these shows is that people are holding on. Women tend to hold on to situations that are destroying them they would rather feel the pain of a destructive relationship than being alone and resetting themselves. What you've just described is, I'm looking back on some very uncomfortable situations and finding that I drew some life out of them. There's life there for, bro, there's life there for everyone. That's the encouragement. I thought I'd throw this in. There's encouragement for everyone who is going through something similar. A lot of the problems we're seeing on screen is because people would rather the hell that they know than the healing that they don't know. Do you know what I mean? And that is the basis for it all. People, be encouraged. It's not all ugly out there.
It's not. That's why you need that Jesus, bro. Like, honestly, bro, like maybe we have to do a whole live on this, but heartbreak, but that heartbreak, honestly,
let me make a note of that. It
really took me to another level. That's why I said shout out to that girl. I honestly, I pray for her, because honestly, I would have never known. Let me not say never, but up to that point,
it was through that situation.
That situation, bro. Even when I talk to the audience about emotional regulation, the other aspect that I haven't spoke about is that how I regulate emotionally is I stay in prayer, bro. Because when I was having that heartbreak, I'm telling you now, listen, I was having a heart palpitation. Listen, one time I looked at the window, and I work in the same town. We work in the same town, bro. Listen, I looked outside the window and I thought I saw her. And my heart went and I took a sharp intake, bro. And I said, this is not right. I can't be out here looking outside of a window and I'm getting heart palpitations, bro. Okay? Yeah? That when I'm going to bed, I'm not sure, am I going to cry tonight? Or am I going to run this replay in my head of what happened in the relationship and why it didn't go the way I thought it should go? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was not going to be at peace. Honestly, I was not going to be at peace. So this is what I was, and I don't say everyone should do this, but I was going at 2 o'clock as well, between 12 and 2. This one I was doing YouTube at the same time. So between 12 and 2, I would take a walk from my house to the big Tesco, which is 24/7. It was a half an hour walk, yeah? I would walk and I would just pray. I would cry. I would tell God, this is what I'm feeling. This is what's going on in my head. This is what's happening to me. Big man, what's going on? I would ask him so many different questions, yeah? And it's not like he answered every question there and then. But when I finished the conversation, I got to my Tesco's, come back on my walk back. By the time I got back into my bed, the peace that I had that day was enough, but it wasn't lasting. What I mean by that is I think God was training me.
Yeah.
Manna every single day.
Every day. You're not going to just think that this food that you're going to eat now is going to last you for the rest of your life. No. And you know what's deep, what you said, something I used to do when, this is long before I was married, when I remember a time where, and I'm just offering some encouragement to everyone anyone who might need this, right? I left school with no grades. I went to college, left with nothing much. I went to college again and left with nothing much. And I needed work. I lived with my gran at the time. And I was, there's no income. I wasn't entitled to benefits, right? And this is what happened. This is in a time before the internet. So I couldn't say, let me go on Google and look for work. You had to go into the shop or go into the Loot newspaper, right? And look for work. And they want 5 GCSEs, a lot of these jobs. And I didn't have any. And I remember there was a day when I had an application form that was sent to me in the post. I filled it out knowing I wasn't going to get the job. And I couldn't afford a stamp. People would look at me and think, what are you talking about, Curtis? This is 30 years ago, nearly. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying that what I did, bro, this one day I got on my knees in the daylight on the main road, which is not far from where I am now. And I got on my knees and prayed to God. And I said to him, don't give me a job, give me faith. You know, when you said earlier on, I never said that. Now, you might think I'm boasting, right?
No, it's not, but this is real.
No. This was one of the turning points that secured me for the future. It secured my mental and emotional health for the future. Because there have been various times and even with Juanita and I, we've gone through so many various struggles, right? And it's like this. This is now for me a go-to. When it's mad,
Yep.
I'm learning to sit back.
Mm.
I don't always do it,
Mm.
but I'm getting better. Like hell, and I mean hell. But what you said there resonated with me. I'm like, go out 2:00 in the morning, stand in the rain. You might look crazy. You talk to God. Now, I'm not saying that you don't need counseling. I'm not saying you don't need to talk to other people, but make sure you talk to God and let him know. That is for all Christians. And for those of you who are looking for a faith, we are not talking to you from the pulpit, from on high. We're talking to you with our feet on the ground.
Mm.
Find God for yourself. I didn't mean to preach. Someone said to preach.
No.
I'm feeling you. I'm feeling
This is
you.
real true. This is true.
Find God, man. Bruv, you just resonated with me on that.
Mm.
Stamps were 17p, bro. I didn't have it. Bro. Anyway.
No, but this is real stuff, bro. Like, this is the stuff I'm talking about, bro. Like, even as men that we're talking about, but it's like what you just said is something that's similar to what my dad had said, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is when you're in crisis. I think this is where it, you know, I think when we talk about our faith, you know, I know we're talking about relationships and everything like that as well, and everything like that. But when we talk about our faith, bro, this is why I get excited. I don't think people understand why I get excited. I get excited because if you have been through a crisis before, yeah, and I'm talking about a crisis that's beyond you, that you can't see a way out naturally, right? You don't see an exit for you naturally, and then you have to get literally, figuratively, whatever you want to say, look up to the sky on your knees. But when you give yourself that moment, say, God. And I'm not talking about any other God apart from Jesus, okay? And you're like, Lord, if you don't come through now and do something.
You better real talk. You have to talk to God like he's the right there. You can't talk to God like he's pretty in church, bro.
It's not pretty.
Take off your tie, take off your shirt. No, don't. Do what they do like Hulk. Just rip it off.
Just rip off.
Bruv.
And just keep it real. Bro. It's at that moment when you realize the God that I serve is different.
It's deep.
He's different. Because sometimes, like you just said, bro, it's not a change of the situation. It's a change of mindset sometimes. Yeah. You know what I mean? Right? It's that heartbreak. The girl's not going to come back. But she doesn't need to. What needs to change is the mindset.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you were praying for the job. I was praying for the job. When I first got saved, I was praying for a job. I didn't get a job for another 2 years. It wasn't the job that I needed. I needed a mindset change, bro. I needed a mindset change. And that can be more valuable than having the materialism that we're talking about. Like you were saying, the job. Because the job might have still killed you. You still have the same mindset. We can't put a new wine into old wineskin. How can that be? You understand? So the mind has to shift and change. We have to renew our thinking, man. So sometimes God has to allow these situations to happen to us. Right. And I know whatever your situation, I can't talk on specifically to anybody's situation, only to our situation we're talking about. But whatever situation you got, it's a fall on your knees situation. This is when you realize the God that we serve, there is no comparison.
Just break up. If that relationship is a killer, break it up. Break it up. Don't be afraid of that. Trust me, there's worse to come. And you got to stand for that. And if you can't stand for that now, do you know what I mean? This is a common thing I see. And really what I'm looking at here, I know we're off topic now, but I'm seeing that really you're a good guy at the time. These are good people. When women are struggling with a partner, I say women mostly, but it happens to men too. When you struggle with a partner who is actually against you and taking from you and destroying you, and you're there willing to take it, when you are with someone like that, stand up to yourself, make a decision and save yourself. It's okay. I've felt heartbreak once. Brother, I swear to you now, I thought I was going to die.
Bro.
And we're laughing now, bro.
I wasn't laughing then. I wasn't laughing then.
I swear, there was a pain in my chest, yeah?
Bro.
Bro, it's not a pain like heart attack. I've never had a heart attack. It wasn't like that. It was like, you know what I could liken it? You remember the movie Alien?
Yeah.
And this thing just coming out,
bursting from you.
Bro, yeah. It wouldn't come. I was like, I remember sitting in I was living at home at the time. This is me. No, I was living with my grand then, but I was at my house. And I thought, you know, I'm going to get this girl back in it. She's going to wake up in a minute and find out I'm the one in it. And bro, the pain I felt, I remember sitting on my steps, putting on my shoes, and I just came off the phone to her. I said to her, you know, me and you again in it. Let's work this out. I was a fool in it. She said, nah, I'm out. She said, no, I'm out. Hung up the phone. I thought my heart was going to stop. Now, I know a lot of people are scared of that. But I'm laughing. Coach was laughing at me, people. You understand? He's laughing. Hey, I thought I was going to die. And I'm like, bro.
I'm telling you.
You'll be all right, man.
At the time, bro, listen. You honestly, I'm going to be honest with you. Listen, the thoughts that run through your head is manic. I can keep it 100% true of you. Listen, there were thoughts running through my head, which I had to say, that's just stupid, coach. Yeah? You know, I had some dumb things like, you know what? Maybe if I get hit by a car, I get to hospital, she'll come and see me. Listen, because the heartbreak was too much. That heartbreak was too much, bro. I had invested my whole everything into that. Being into that, bro. You understand? There was no way I was going. This is the way I was going. You know what I'm saying? And then the heartbreak that came, it was just dangerous, the heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? And so, bro, I was just like, I don't know what to do with myself. Life always felt like it had no meaning. The smell, I couldn't smell. Taste, I couldn't taste, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro, I'm telling you, what's just deep.
You sure you didn't get poisoned, bro?
I did get poisoned in the art.
That's not like COVID, man.
Bro, before COVID arrived, I knew what COVID was. Bro, I'm telling you, fam, like when it hurts you, bro, listen, I'm telling you, man. Bro, like, and like I said, this pain that you're feeling, yeah, you can't touch it. This is what makes it even more painful. Like if you've got a muscular injury, you can take tablets maybe to subdue the pain you're feeling. Or if you've got it's almost like having a cramp and you can kind of massage the cramp in your leg, right? And you can feel a bit better. You can't massage the heart. No matter what you're doing. Bro, those times, yeah, you're with your boys. You're with your boys, yeah, but you're not there.
Yeah.
You're not there, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're cracking joke, and then before you realize it, you're cracking joke, and then before you realize it, your mind is gone again.
You're just staring.
You're just staring.
You're just staring, man. You're right, bro. You're right. What's up? What's good, bro? No. It's cool. It's cool. I got it. I'm here, man. I'm here.
Yo.
But you know what? Natasha Campbell, 942.
Oh, yeah, I'll get it for you, Cap.
Oh, bro. This is a funny topic. I didn't know we were going to end up here, man.
Bro, this one is the joke topic, bro, because when it gets you, man,
bro.
You need a good heartbreak in your life to toughen you up a little bit.
Yeah. We have to talk about heartbreak in the next show, man.
Yeah, bro, let's do it, fam. Oh, I'm going to be lying. I'm laughing my head off, bro.
Natasha Campbell, I won't chat too much, but I was dealing with the same thing only in December. God got me through. He is good. No shade, but I don't even really think about the guy anymore. How long ago was that?
That's 9 months ago. So that's pretty decent time.
Come on, guys. You don't have to be afraid of healing, man. I think I've got one more question for you.
Flow, bro. My head off,
Actually, it's two questions. All right.
Go for it, bro.
Something personal that you are working on introspectively. What are you working on yourself at the moment?
Do you know what? It's so funny. I'm working on this. I was just cycling, right? So something else I've picked up now. So I was just cycling back from the shop. I really probably shouldn't be because I've got my ligaments in. But I was cycling back from the shop and I was listening to 92 conversations, right? And I realized culture is not good at. I'm not good at what do you call it? What do they call it? Not short conversations. What do you call it?
I know what you're talking like
small talk.
Small talk, that's it.
I'm not good at small talk at all.
How you doing? You all right?
Yeah, I can do that part, but after that, it's just done.
It's got to be deep
It's
or
done.
nothing.
It's got to be deep or nothing, bro. I mean, I'm either we in the trenches or we not, right? Unless we're talking about sport or something. But even then, it's gonna go down that hill. But it's like, so I realized I'm not very good at small talk, and I was asking myself why. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to ask myself a real question: why don't you do small talk? Because it's actually quintessential to building up relationships with people. Because not everyone can go that deep. So you've got to be able to have this type of conversation. Why can't you do small talk? And it's like whenever I have small talk, I get frustrated. I'm like, this is not going nowhere. And I realize it's because I'm impatient. It's probably why I'm late to places as well. I'm impatient. You know what I'm saying? I'm impatient. I don't like things taking too long. I want it to be. Do you know what I mean? So I don't bother with small talk.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm like, we're gonna go there anyway. Why don't we just go there now? We're gonna go deep anyway. So why don't we just go there now? That's my thought. And I realized, okay, that's something I have to work on. I have to work on that ASAP. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm also, I'm working on, that's why I'm reading the Art of Seduction and that. I'm working on how to enhance my prowess. You know what I'm saying? Be even more enigmatic. You know what I'm saying? And be more charismatic. You feel me? Cause
bro, I ain't gonna lie. You've been building bridges back that you burnt, yeah. But if it was me and a woman said to me, she's reading a book called The Art of Seduction, I'm out, bro. I'm just saying.
That book is so powerful, bro. Honestly, it's so powerful because what it does, it just highlights. For instance, Curtis yourself, right?
Go on.
I don't know what ours will be under because I need to go and study it properly. I've just been listening to it first time round, right? But for instance, you're an intellect, an intellectual person. That's why we get on, right? That is your superpower. When you go into your intellectual mode, bro, you attract people, whether it's women or men, doesn't make a difference. You attract people to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's about being conscious of that power, that this can be used for good and it can also be used for bad. When to use it, when not to use it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're always an intellect, you isolate people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why I was reading it. I was like, I see this, I see that. I see I do this. Oh, I see I do that, coach. That is not attractive. That needs to stop. You be doing intellectualisms all the time. That ain't cute. So that's what it's taught. It's teaching me how to also interact with people, not just women and seducing. But it's seduction goes both ways. It's not just women. It's men too. How do you draw more men upon to you? It's because you have something that is attractive to them, right? We don't want red pill vibes. We want to be attracting them because we've got something that is of substance that will change their lives. You feel me? So yeah, that book is it's powerful.
Someone did say that the book is not what you think. Fair enough.
Trust me. It's you will love it, bro. Yeah. You will love it, bro. And you, if you get a hold of it, it's gonna be over.
Okay. Last question.
That's kind of breathing I was doing when I heart broke.
Bro, I didn't breathe for 7 days. I don't know how you be breathing out. I was like, when my heart broke, I just went. When I put the phone down, this was me. I stopped breathing, bro. There was no breathing for 7 days. What's your? And someone asked this question way earlier.
Yeah.
What's your advice to single folk?
Do you know what? This is why the Art Seduction is a really good book. Is I'm learning, and 92 conversations that you should be having is good. My advice to anybody who's single, right? First of all, enjoy your life. Okay, enjoy your life because marriage is not guaranteed. Okay, it's a grace. You are not guaranteed marriage, so you may be waiting on this man or woman, and you might not get married. You may not.
Steve.
And I mean this more specifically for women because you outnumber men, so you may not be getting married. Okay, so love your life, enjoy life, and follow what God has told for your life. Yeah, don't be waiting for that man to now suddenly start moving. Go and live your life. Number two, here's the thing, and this specifically to us as Black people because the majority of us are Black here, right? Please, I know a lot of us have gone through hardships, traumatic events, everything like that, but a smile goes a hell of a long way. Okay,
what are you saying, bro? Explain that.
A smile, bro. Listen, I'm talking especially to the ladies too, right? But because listen, the smile does more than just a smile. It's the energy that comes with it.
This is that seduction, isn't it?
No, not even. You know, this is just being warm and inviting, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, how many times have you heard someone say, like, for instance, Curtis, I don't know what it is. I just trust you. I can share my life with you.
Okay.
What are you doing in that moment that you're making that person feel safe?
Mm.
You're emitting it through body language, the way you're even going, it's something to that person. They don't realize, but you're actually creating an environment that makes it invite them to trust you with information. The same thing happens as to why people approach people, right? Your body language oftentimes is determined by the mind that you're having at that moment. If you're annoyed and peed off, you're going to show that through your body language. If you're not happy, if life is not going the way you want it to go, if you don't enjoy life at all, your shoulders begin to hunch over. Oftentimes, we tend to look down. We don't want to look anywhere around. Like, especially as somebody who has lived some dark lives, right? Okay, men pick up on body language. For instance, when they're looking at a woman who they want to, let's say, we're reading. So when that girl doesn't look like she has confidence, and trust me, confidence is shown in body language. There's the man's like, yeah, but that's the one when men are moving mad, this is what they think. So imagine that we have to flip on his head. You've got to show that confidence, but show that warmth. A smile does so much. Yeah, it does so much. It invites people at the right time, guys. Don't use it all the time, right? Likability, yes, so Rich, because we were talking about this other time. Being likable, being open, being able to conversate. Listen, if you don't know how to have a conversation, you go and read the book I'm reading, 92 Ways to Conversate. It's a good book. It teaches you little techniques here. Some of the stuff I didn't even realize I needed to do. That's why I'm not good at the game of association. I realize I'm not good at the game of association because I don't associate when I talk. When I talk, I wait for the person to finish and then I ask a question. That's how I talk. But when people are good conversators, what they do is they associate. So if you mention Birmingham, he will mention an artist in Birmingham and the conversation will branch off. I won't. I'll be like, Birmingham. So what do you need to do in Birmingham? It won't branch off. It will just be a continuation. And that's good when you're doing therapy, when you're coaching or doing stuff like that. But it's not great when you want to conversate on a small talk. And that's my point there. So those are little things like that. Please, like, man, them and ladies, let's be warm. Let's be inviting. And let's have a genuine interest when we're listening to someone. Right? Like those things. It's all energy, but it's also physical things we can do as well. You know what I'm saying? But those are physical things we do. But if you're single, please enjoy your life. Yeah, enjoy your life. Go on holiday, do whatever you want to do. You don't know what can happen, man. Tomorrow you could be in a coffin. You don't know. Yeah.
And we'll end the conversation right there. I just want to say this has been far more impacting than I thought it would be. So it's been an honor. Do you know what I mean?
I appreciate it, bro. It's been juicy.
It has. It's been, and someone asked earlier on about half an hour ago for part 2. So I think there's some things here.
What are you saying that heartbreak thing?
Bro, we might have to hit it, but it have to be on a Sunday though.
I'm good. I'm free on Sundays now.
Is it? We have to be on a Sunday. We'll get you the date, guys. It might even be this Sunday still. It'd be late though. Might be.
I'm free, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See what we can do. But people, listen. I just want to say, in closing, it has been an honor, yes, but also in your boasting, and it's something that I don't often see, and it's something I'm very attracted to in terms of personalities. In your boasting, you remain humble.
By grace.
And I know that's your character. But again, I know you off camera as well. And it is something nice to see. There's only one other person that I really know like that. In their boasting, they're humble, and they're just a beautiful person. With all their faults, with all their strengths and weaknesses, they're still a great person to be around. So I want to commend you with that. I've also learned, I think if I could summarize one thing that I've learned on how practically relevant God is. I don't listen to sermons anymore. I tell people this.
Bro, I don't either.
I stopped listening to sermons years ago.
Yeah.
I'll hear them and I'll hear the odd great thing. And there's a couple of guys I might listen to now and again, some old school stuff that I might hear because I love it. But my pastor, who just changed church now, he's quite a few years younger than me, but he is my pastor. And he said his last sermon last week was, go and live because you've heard enough. Man, that hit me. That was his whole sermon. Go and live. You've heard enough. And that was his going away speech. So the relevance of like the practical relevance of hearing something and it impacting your life is what I've heard today. And I think people need that more and every day. I'm going to leave that there. We also got Heartbreak Part 2 coming up.
Yo, that is going to be the one, bro.
What we might need to do is have someone on, man, and just talk about
bro,
it.
bring them on, bro.
I hear that. I think some.
You're Ted Riley right now, boy.
Someone talking about.
You're Ted Riley right now, cuz we can't even see you and we can't even hear you properly.
Oh,
Ted Riley. Yeah,
bro.
Todd Riley spirits coming to catch you, bro.
I can see me. What's going on?
I don't know, bro.
I can see me.
We cannot hear you, bro.
Really?
Oh wait, you back now?
I'm back. I think it was you.
You're back now, bro. You're back now. Was it me? Oh, maybe it was me then.
I mean, I don't know.
Maybe it was me.
It was you. I can see me. If I can see me, then I can be seen.
Yeah. But you're doing Ted Riley right now. Exactly. So Rich knows it's not me. It's not me. It's you, blood.
Someone got the.
You got that Ted Riley connection going on, bro.
You can hear me now.
Yeah, I hear you a little bit, but it's dude.
Hey. Nah.
Yo, your thing is Ted Riley, bro.
Oh, what should we do? What should we say?
You're back now.
You
better say it quick because Ted Riley will be coming again.
So someone's asking who's Teddy Riley?
Oh, it's a musician that he was on a verses, and then his connection was going it was doing it wasn't clear. So yeah.
How's it now? Someone said it's Curtis. Thank you for that, Mitch S. It's me. All right, let me go back. I just wanted to say we've got part 2 coming. You can see me now, though, yeah?
Yeah, we can see you, bro. You're good. You can clear now.
Yeah. We've got Heartbreak number 2 coming up. We'll hit that date soon. I just want to say thank you all for your time, your comments. Stay away from Tony Braxton's song "Unbreak My Heart." That song will drag you down into a hole.
Listen, we'll talk about the songs that you don't listen on Heartbreak.
Kojo, thank you, man. Teddy Riley is the poster child for choppy, intermittent Wi-Fi and audio.
Yo.
All right. I'm taking it personal now. I'm taking it personal now. Sod you lot. There's no part 2. Anyway. Oh, by the way, guys, yeah, great. We got a live phone-in advice show.
Oh, yes.
29th.
Let me send to myself.
You better, bro.
Let me see. I've got it. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Oh, you can? Yeah, okay. 29th of September.
So we can tell them. Yeah. So when's 29th September. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. 29th September, right?
So you will be able to phone in and video in with us and ask your questions, and we can talk around whatever you put on the table.
I've been waiting for this, boy. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. They've been waiting for this.
Yeah.
They've been waiting for a moment like this, Captain.
That's gonna be lit. Ellie, you know that's gonna be lit. It's gonna be serious. Seriously real. What is real? Love Kojo.
Some people wait a lifetime. Here it is.
Kojo is American. It's official. Oh, you can do that. Well
yeah.
done.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what will be happening. Is it better to yeah. So 29th, guys. I know it's covering both our faces, but you'll be right. Yeah, 29th of September. Live phone in. You guys have been asking me for a long time. You wanted to know when I was gonna do this. I said I wasn't gonna do it alone. I don't want to be a Derek Jackson. So I
so you gotta have me be Derek Jackson.
Our brother Curtis in the Lord, he invited me and said, listen, let's do this. And I said, fantastic. Someone has decided to become a partner here in the crime. So listen, we are doing a phone in. Okay, you've been asking for it. Okay, what time we going to do it?
It's going to be evening still. GMT. It's going to be like 8 p.m. How's 8 p.m.?
8 p.m. That's 2 p.m. That's 2 p.m. for the UK, for US. 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. for them. I think is when's 29th. 29th is what?
It's a Wednesday, right?
Wednesday. Yeah. So some of you are gonna have to phone in while you're at work. Okay. All right. Phone in while you're at work. Just go to the toilet. Okay. And quickly do the 5-minute dial-in. Okay. Ask your question. In the cubicle. Ask your question in the cubicle, and then you go back to your seat, and we'll answer it. Put your headphones in, and then we'll answer the question. Do you understand?
Bro, you're on it. You're on it.
Yeah, that's what we're on. Yeah, you get me? Okay, cool. So let me take that. Yeah. And
it'll be video in as well. So video in.
Video in. Yeah. I'll put the flyer up on my page so you guys get a reminder. Yeah. 8 p.m. Someone says, any restriction on questions? Is it mostly we're just in relationships, aren't we?
Yeah, it's relationship, but it could be relationship based or faith based.
Yeah, relationship based or faith based. Okay.
But be warned, we will not answer all questions, right? There is, you got to DM us first, and we're not going to answer all questions. So some things are not appropriate to talk about. It depending on if it's names coming up on, major trigger warning. So we will work with what you present, but
I love that. People are saying they work from home now, so it's fine. Oh, fantastic.
America's working from home, all good then.
Yeah, we love that, guys. Unless you're in Atlanta, then you're in the office.
Are you single? Someone's asking if you're single.
We'll find out on 29th of September. We'll find out on 29th of September. Yeah. So
yeah, man.
Yeah, Captain, have you given the closing statement?
It's all done, bro.
It's all done. Well then, guys, listen, it's been a pleasure, been amazing. It's been lovely to do. We're going to see you guys on the 29th of September. Hey, have you got any projects coming up, though, between that time? Haven't you got some lives coming up?
Yeah, we're hitting live. So we're live on a Wednesday evening now and Sunday evening.
Okay, yes. Some of the posters.
I'm going to send it to Kojo. You're
on the community page. Then they guys can come and see it.
We will be, just to throw you, the next show that we'll be doing, we will be reviewing some very serious videos.
Hey!
Content that the internet has thrown up. And I'm discussing it with some of my pros and some of my mates who know how to speak and articulate. They are all experienced in various ways. We're talking about, and that includes Kojo, we're talking about divorce, single, married, dating. And we're talking about very intricate topics. And I think the first one we're going to be having is Kelly Broderick. Some of you know her.
Yes,
and she is not going to hold back. She's not going to hold back, man. We're going to go there so that we can enlighten ourselves and navigate this life for real. God bless you all. I'm done. I'm talking too much now.
No worries, Captain. We'll send them off. Little Black Book. You know what time it is.